And you're seeing that last night, of course, your space-related names continued higher. Now, there is news that this one is actually shared February 1, 2021. SpaceX is going to fly their first civilian crew to space later this year with public competition for 2 seats. SpaceX will launch 4 private individuals on a Crew Dragon capsule into orbit around the Earth later this year, 2021. This is dubbed the world's first all-civilian mission. The company's spacecraft will be commanded by Jared Isaacman, the founder and CEO of Shift4 Payments. My God, FOUR, the CEO, is gonna be in this spacecraft. My gosh. The mission is known as Inspiration 4. They seek to raise support for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. 2 seats will be given to St. Jude, with one going to a frontline healthcare worker, and the other will be awarded from a competition of people who donate to a fundraiser for St. Jude. The 4th seat will be decided by a second competition among new and existing customers of Isaacman's Shift4Shop e-commerce platform. SpaceX announced on Monday it will launch 4 private individuals. All right, we got it already. This is the Jared Isaacman. My gosh, so he's going to be the commander of SpaceX. He's not only the CEO of Shift4 Payments, is a payment play, business to business, but he's now going into space. All right, speaking of Virgin Branson, Virgin Galactic. Okay, let me just finish this before we go to Virgin Galactic. Musk Company has announced several private missions in the last few years, including a deal with Japanese billionaire Yusaku Maezawa to fly the company's spaceship rocket on a trip around the moon by 2023. SpaceX also has space tourism deals with Action Space, which aims to fly 4 people to the International Space Station a 10-day trip early next year. Space Adventures, which plans to fly 4 tourists on a 5-day free flyer trip, will orbit by 2022. All right, guys. So let's take a look at some space-related names, shall we? And actually, just for fun, I made this tweet. Where's Wall Street Bets? It's off to Nevada, Texas, with their papa Elon Musk talking about Holy City, Momentous, aka SRAC, Gelat, GSAT, a lot of space domination, probably Maxar too, some proto labs, some materialized, even some 3D printing on space rockets like Nano Dimension and X1 and Stratasys, and probably Desktop Metal too. Forgot to put it there. So let's watch more about these space-related names. All right, Virgin Branson Space is SPCE. You've heard about this, Virgin Galactic. There was a gap up here in the ARC Space Fund. Continues to go higher, but I think that it's a bit on the upper echelon. So those who think that space is too expensive might want to go to Holy City, HOL. Holy City is a SPAC of Astra. Now, who is Astra? Let's go to Astra. Let's read about Astra CEO, the SPAC, the decision to SPAC. This is a SpaceX rival backed by Mr. Google CEO Eric Schmidt and Salesforce Mark Benioff. They want to go public through a SPAC. SPAC. Special Purpose Acquisition Company. So let's watch. The space startup Astra plans to go public in the second quarter of 2021. It's going to be listed under the ticker symbol ASTR after the completion of the deal. And it's going to be a SPAC, so you buy Holy City, which will become ASTR. The deal would value it at $2.1 billion. That was at $10. So now it's about $20, so or $18.55. So it's about $4.2 billion year to date. Now, Astra is a rocket builder startup merging with Holy City. This is a 4-year-old Californian company backed by the luminaries like Eric Schmidt and Mark Benioff. They expect to raise $500 million, including $300 million from Holy City and $200 million in BlackRock, taking the enterprise value to $2.1 billion. Whole actually jumped nearly 40%, not leaving a black hole to your wallets, but actually black hole to the universe. So $14.26. The deal is expected to close ASTR. We are seeing hundreds of companies that want to get from anywhere on Earth to anywhere in space on their schedule. And they don't want to wait years to just get a lot of things to one place. This is what Astra CEO Chris Camp told CNBC Squawk Box. We are really focused on building a much smaller rocket, produced in much higher volume, launched from a much larger number of locations. Guys, are we in the Jetsons revolution? Is Jetsons, the cartoons that we were watching, reality already here? The answer is yes, yes, and yes. And I'm going to discuss to you more about the Jetsons for your awesome 10x portfolio. Hang on. Offering low-cost small rockets, the company plans to begin sending satellites into low Earth orbit later in 2021. We will launch monthly in late 2021. So they're going to launch as well late 2021. Weekly by 2023, bi-weekly in 2024, and daily by 2025. Do you want to actually launch and go to space in 5 years' time? Maybe you're gonna launch it with Holy City, aka Astra. Astra's first rocket reached space from Alaska in December, making it the latest private company to do so. How many space rockets have gone abroad? Sorry, not abroad, but outer space. You've got SpaceX. Yes, you've got US, Russia. You've got Astra. I believe, I'm not quite sure when Virgin Galactic actually went to space. I should read more about it. But there, it's interesting times, guys. Interesting.